Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Good morning. Morning talks. Morning talks with Jax.
Or Mom.
We talk to each other.
Yeah, technically it's both of us.
Technically. Maybe we should just call it morning talks instead of morning talks with somebody.
Yeah, look at that golden car over there.
Oh, I like that. It's
That
kind of
caught my
greenish
eye.
yellow.
Yeah.
All right, we in the middle of our Advent season. First we talked about what's the 4 big ideas of Advent. We did learn about what those were.
So first is hope, peace, joy, and love.
Hope, peace, joy, and love.
But they're called ideas.
It's the things that they represent or the ideas of what Advent season represents to us. So yeah. So the things that happen because Advent season is a season of preparation where we stop, we relax, we focus in on what is coming, which is the birth of Jesus, which actually during this next idea that we're talking about, which is going to be peace, I want us to really take some time to jump inside the story of Jesus' birth. So we'll spend some time talking about that over the next couple of days.
Yes, ma'am. Because it's getting closer and closer to Christmas.
Closer.
We're narrowing it down.
Narrowing it down. So we're talking about hope. I'm sorry, we talked about hope already, which is believing that God is working, even when you can't see it. Hope goes hand in hand with our what?
Faith.
Our faith. Because faith is believing even though you cannot see. Yes. Hope is knowing that God is doing something even when you can't even see him doing that thing. So we did talk about hope. Now we're talking all about
peace.
Peace. Do you know what peace is?
Is it like a piece of something? Like you get a piece of cake?
No, that's spelled different.
Oh.
Sounds the same, but spelled different. PEACE is the peace that we're talking about. Peace is God helping your heart to stay calm, even when this going crazy all around you. For instance, the last couple of days, Mom has been going through some things.
Yeah.
And I've been quite emotional. And I've been just like, my heart's been really heavy with some things. Peace is what God has given me in the middle of the things that I'm going through, that I can stay calm, so I can keep momming, keep going to work, not take my stuff out on other people, you know.
Just matter of fact, if you could, just take it out on the devil.
I actually did. Well, because sometimes things happen in our life and it's not necessarily the enemy doing something. It's just lifing. And so I don't blame the enemy for things that are not his to carry, but the enemy tries to use what we go through to make us worse. So if we hold on to having peace and say, I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. So I know that what I'm going through, I have to go through it, but I'm going to hold on to peace, because peace tells me that I can be content no matter what I'm going through. God, I know I'm in a storm, but remember did we talk about this story where Jesus and his disciples had gotten on a boat and they were traveling and there was a crazy storm that came?
Oh, yeah.
And the disciples, they were super panicked. Like, we better drown. We better die. It's crazy. And what was Jesus doing?
Well, he was
He was asleep. Yep, that's what Jesus was doing. That's one of Mom's favorite stories in the Bible, because it reminds me of life, that Jesus had peace in the middle of the storm. He was this while the things were going on all around, while the storm was going crazy, and the disciples who were on the same boat in the same storm as Jesus, they were so panicked because the storm. Can you control the storm?
No.
Mm-mm. So sometimes you gotta just weather through it. But Jesus was resting and sleep. He was having peace. Like, I know it's crazy, but I trust that God is going to protect me and carry me. And like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego does it, even if God don't, I'm still not going to bow down. I'm still not going to do what you want me to do. I'm going to have peace no matter what. So peace is God giving us a calm when the storm is going crazy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's why we talk about peace, because that's something that we get from Jesus. When I was going through it the last couple of days, one of the things I kept telling myself is, God, don't leave my side, because I need to be focused on what you want me to do while everything is happening crazy around me. It was some moments where I was crying about some things, but it was some moments where I wanted to cry, but I just kept thinking like, okay, nah, because Jesus said I could relax because he going to take care of it. And I was praying. One of the things that I read the other day that really reminded me is that, like, when we have hard times and we fight, like, you know how when you in Fortnite and you fighting somebody,
Yeah.
like you in a battle royale, that's a video game. Real life battles, you know how we win them? By praying. I read that real battles are won in prayer. Because once I started praying to God about what I was going through, I then had to stop reacting to how I was feeling about it. And I just had to trust my prayer that God was going to come see about me. Because one of the things I prayed for is, Jesus, if this got to hurt, I'm asking that you just give me peace while I go through the hurt.
That's real.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or is this too heavy for you?
It makes sense.
Peace is really important because Jesus comes to bring us peace. Jesus was born to show us that even though life is lifing and a storm is going stupid crazy, you can rest. Jesus was asleep on that boat. He was resting, snug like a bug in a rug, catching some good Z's. I want to have that I always joke about that, say, I want the Jesus peace. I do want the Jesus peace. I want the peace to be able to rest knowing that things are happening all around me. That's an important thing to learn about, because you can't, can you stop a storm?
No.
You can't.
Can you bring a storm?
You can't, you can't always, when we say storm, I'm not just talking about the weather. I mean, you can't always control what's going to happen to you, Bubs. You can't always control, you can't control whether it's going to rain or snow. You can't control sometimes whether something is going to happen in your life, you know?
Yeah.
We got to be able to have certain things within our hearts to be able to deal with what's happening with us. One of those things is peace. So we are talking about peace. I want us to think about peace as something that's important that we have, because some things will come to try to take your peace. When I was going through what I was going through, the enemy was really fighting me. The enemy kept fighting me to take my peace because he kept bringing things to my mind. That was really why I was getting upset. When he was like, Mom, tell me what's wrong. It's not really that something is wrong. It's just that the enemy keep bringing things to my mind about my situation, and he disrupted my peace. But I already prayed and said, God, help me with this. God, take me through this. I just had to stand on my faith, and I had to have hope that God was going to see about me. You see how hope came back in?
Yeah.
Advent season, man. I needed this. I needed these lessons. I needed to teach them to you, but Mom needed them because I didn't know Mom was going to meet a storm this week. I didn't know my life was going to take a little shift where emotionally I was going a little bit of a roller coaster. You know, I'm feeling better today, not because I did anything, because I prayed. Because real battles are won where?
In prayer.
In prayer. In prayer. The real battles are won in prayer. So God is literally with us everywhere. So whenever we find ourselves like going through something where we ain't so much going on, we can have peace and know that God is with us. God, don't leave my side. God, be with me, you know? So sometimes our prayer is not necessarily the one we normally pray. It's probably sometimes just, God, give me peace. Because I'm feeling real upset right now. And my heart is real heavy right now, you know? Maybe when you see Mom upset sometime, maybe your prayer for me could be, God, give my mom some peace. You know, I pray that over you too. So you know you never face anything alone. God is always with you, even when you in your games, when you in your practices. When you had your incident at practice the other day when a little boy was trying to call himself tackling you and you stood up for yourself, handle your business. God always give you the right thing to say, the right thing to do, the right move to have. That's guidance. He's always with us. And he wants us to have peace as we go through life. He don't want us to, you know, be in a storm like the disciples.
Yeah.
Peace. Peace is God helping your heart to stay calm, even when life feels loud, even when it feels stressful, when it feels annoying, when you're frustrated, anytime you're feeling big and you're feeling like it's a storm in your feelings. God is there for us to get peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
And that's always what he's there for.
Yeah, that's always
Whoop.
what he said.
Like let's flip
All
that
right,
there.
that's all I got for today, my boy.
Alright. Peace.
Up, peace.